Hey besties! Today's project is this crochet ruffle hat. The pattern was by Anna Gisalu. It is really easy to make and in no time you can completely finish this project. So we're just going to need your yarn. I used milk cotton yarn for this. This is the first time that I ever used milk cotton yarn and I totally love the yarn. It's so nice to crochet with, so I would recommend it, but it's quite expensive though. It's a bit more expensive than the yarn I normally use. Then you're going to need your crochet hook. I used a 6mm hook for this. Then your darning needle to sew into loose ends, and you're going to also need your pair of scissors. You might want to use stitch markers, but it's not compulsory. I made this without using stitch markers. So over here I'm just unboxing the yarn. I used a little less than 3 balls of this yarn in the color creamish white. It wasn't exactly white. So we're going to start by making a magic circle like this. So you twist the yarn over your finger to form an X. Then you put your hook and you pull it up like this. So this is your magic circle. Then you chain 2. This is the first chain and now the second chain. And now you're going to make 9 double crochets inside the magic circle. To do this, you yarn over, then you pull up a loop, then you pull through 2 loops on your hook, then you pull through the final 2 loops on your hook. That is 1 double crochet. Now we're going to make the next. So you yarn over, you pull up a loop. There are going to be 3 loops on your hook, so you pull through 2 loops, then you pull through the final 2 loops. That's the second. Then now we're going to make the third double crochet in the same way. Now the fourth double crochet, so yarn over, you pull up a loop. There are going to be 3 loops, then you pull through 2 loops, then you pull through the final 2 loops. Then now we're making the fifth double crochet, then the sixth double crochet, and now the seventh double crochet, now the eighth double crochet, and now the ninth double crochet. So you're going to count the double crochets to make sure that there are 9. Then you pull that string at the bottom, then you make a slip stitch to the top of the chain 2 that we made initially. So that's the first chain, the second chain, and you can see that top part. That's what we're going to make our slip stitch. So this is how to make a slip stitch. So now we're through the first row, so you chain 2. In this row we're going to make 2 double crochets in each stitch till we get to the end. So this is the first double crochet, and then I'm going to make the second double crochet in that same hole, and then in the next stitch we're going to make 2 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet, and in the next stitch we're going to make 2 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet, and then in the next we make our 2 double crochets. This is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet, then the next hole. This is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet. Then in the next hole we're making our 2 double crochets. So this is the first, now the second, then in the next hole this is our first, and now our second, then in the next hole we're making our first double crochet, and now our second double crochet, and then the next hole, this is our first double crochet, and now our second double crochet. So over here I'm just bringing it closer so that you can see what I'm doing. So this is the second double crochet, then we're going to make 1 double crochet in this space at the bottom. So this is the double crochet, then we're going to make a slip stitch to the top of the chain 2 to end the row. We're going to start the next row by chaining 2. So over here I want to show you guys how far we have gone so that you can check yours to make sure you're getting it right. For the next row, the pattern is 1 double crochet, then the next 2, then in the next 1, then we keep alternating it like that. So in this space you just make 1 double crochet like this, then in the next space you're going to make 2 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet. Then in the next space you're going to make only 1 double crochet. So this is it's just 1 double crochet, and in the next hole you're going to make 2 double crochets. So this is the first, and now the second double crochet. Then the next you're going to make only 1 double crochet. So we're going to keep following this pattern. So in the next we're going to make 2 double crochets. This is the first, and now the second double crochet, and now just make 1 double crochet. Then in the next space we're going to make 2 double crochets. So as I was crocheting I just kept saying 1 2 1 2 so that I don't forget where I'm at. So this is just 1 double crochet, and in the next space we're going to make 2 double crochets. So this pattern is very repetitive, so we're going to observe that while we're making this hat. So this is after I had finished going around it. So in this space, as you can see, I did 2 double crochets. Then in the next I'm going to make 1 double crochet. Then in the next, that's under those chain 2, I'm going to make 1 double crochet. Then we're going to make a slip stitch to connect it. So this is the end of this row. So you chain 2. So as you can see, like that part looks like it's 2 double crochets, and the opposite ends are 1 double crochet. So we're through chaining 2. So just make 1 double crochet in that space. Then this row is different from the other rows. So you make 1 double crochet, then in the next 1 double crochet, then the next row after that you make 2 double crochets. So that is 1. Then in this next one I'm going to make 2 double crochets. That's the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet in that same hole. But in the next hole we're going to make only one double crochet, then in the next only one double crochet, and in the next hole we're going to make two double crochets. So in between the ones that have two double crochets, there are two holes with only one double crochet. So this is what it's going to look like. As I was crocheting it, I kept saying 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase. So the increases are the two double crochets. So this is 1, then this is 2, and then the next one is an increase. That is, you're making two double crochets in that hole. So in the next one, just one double crochet, and the next one, just one double crochet. Then in the next one is an increase, that is two double crochets. So I feel like that pattern of saying 1, 2, increase made it a lot easier for me to track the pattern. So I'm going to try that now. Let me show you when I'm through. So this is after I had finished going around 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase. So this is the final. After I just finished doing two double crochets, so I did one in that hole, and now this is one. Then we're going to make one at the bottom of that chain two. And we're going to connect it with a slip stitch. So now after this row, so you chain two. So this is what it's looking like. So we're just trying to increase the top so it can fit the top of our head. So we're going to continue this row. I'm going to make one double crochet in that same hole. Then in the next hole we're going to make one double crochet. In the next hole we're going to make one double crochet, and the next I'm going to make two double crochets. So if we want to use the pattern that we used in the last row, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, increase. So now this is 1, then in the next one I'm going to say 2, then the next one I'm going to say 3, then an increase. So there are going to be 3 holes with just one double crochet before the row with an increase. So this is one double crochet, and then now we're going to have an increase, that is 2 double crochets. So feel free to use what I said, 1, 2, 3, increase. So 1, that is just one double crochet, then 2 with just one double crochet, then now 3 with just one double crochet, and then an increase, that is 2 double crochets in one hole. So I hope you're getting what I'm saying. So we're just going to continue doing that till we go around the top. So now we're at the other side. So I have finished doing 2 double crochets in that hole. So this is 1 double crochet, then the next one double crochet, and the next one double crochet. And since we're at the end, we're going to just do one double crochet under this chain two. Then we're going to make a slip stitch to connect it. So now we're through with this row, so we're going to continue it the way you normally do. So we're going to chain two, and now we're going to make one double crochet in that same hole, And the next hole we're going to make one double crochet, and the next hole we're going to make one double crochet, and the next I'm going to make an increase, that is 2 double crochets in one hole. So the pattern that we're going to have for this row is 1 2 3 4 increase, 1 2 3 4 increase. So it's pretty easy to continue from here. So now this is our 1 double crochet, and in the next hole 1 double crochet, then the next hole 1 double crochet, then in the next hole 1 double crochet, then the next is an increase, that is we're going to do 1 2 3 4 increase. So this is the increase. So we're going to continue it like this till we get to the other side of the circle. So 1 2 3 4 holes, that's how just 1 double crochet, then an increase with 2 double crochets. So now we're at the other side. So as usual, you just make the final one there, 1 double crochet, then you make a slip stitch to connect it. So you're going to keep increasing the rows till you feel it's enough to cover your head. I made, for this hat, I continued increasing it till I reached 8 rows. That's from the center, it reached 8 rows. But in hindsight, I won't have minded it stopping at 7 rows. So just do what's best for you. So you just keep increasing it where you have been increasing it. So you just saw I did 1 double crochet, then 1 double crochet, and now I'm doing 1 double crochet for the 3rd time. Then now for the 4th time, 1 double crochet. Then for the 5th time, I'm going to do 1 double crochet, but in the next one is going to be an increase. So for this row, it's going to be 1 2 3 4 5 and increase, 1 2 3 4 5 and increase. So you just continue like that around till you get to the other side, and you're going to keep on. If you feel like at this width it's okay to go around your head, you can stop it at that. But I just continued till it was 1 2 3 4 5 6 and an increase. Just do what is best for you, and you know what you like. So after you finish making the desired width, the next row I'm going to make just has 1 double crochet in each hole. So you chain 2, and then you're going to make 1 double crochet in that hole. And the next row 1 double crochet, just 1 double crochet in every hole. So we go around it. So 1 double crochet, then the next hole 1 double crochet, and in the next hole 1 double crochet, then in the next hole 1 double crochet, then in the next 1 double crochet, in the next 1 double crochet, and in the next one just 1 double crochet, then 1 double crochet, then 1 double crochet. So we're just going to continue going around it with just 1 double crochet. So I continue doing that for 3 rows just to form the length of the hat. So I just want to show you step by step. So this was after I finished the first row of just 1 double crochet in each. So let's finish it up. You make 1 double crochet in that hole there, Then we're going to make a slip stitch to connect it. Then you chain 2. Then the next row we're going to do the same thing, just 1 double crochet in each hole. So you're going to continue doing these rows of 1 double crochet till you're satisfied. But for me, I just did 3 rows. So this was after I had finished my 3 rows of just 1 double crochet in each hole. So now in the next row, we're going to just make decreases. So you're going to insert your crochet hook and chain 1. And we're going to make our decreases. To make this, you insert your crochet hook, then you pull up a loop. Then in the next hole, you insert it and pull up a loop. Then you pull through all the 3 loops on your hook. That is 1 decrease. Then in the next hole, you insert your hook, pull up a loop. In the next, insert a hook and pull up a loop. There are going to be 3 loops on your hook, so you pull through all the 3 loops. Then in the next hole, pull up a loop, and in the next, you pull up a loop, then you pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then in the next hole, insert a hook, pull up a loop. In the next, insert it, pull up a loop, then we pull through all the 3 loops on our hook. And in the next, insert a hook, pull up a loop. In the next, insert it, pull up a loop, and pull through all the 3 loops on your hook. So you're going to continue doing this round this row. So it's just going to be a row of decreases. So in the next, you insert your hook, pull up a loop. In the next, insert your hook, pull up a loop. Then you pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And in the next, insert your hook, pull up a loop. In the next, insert it, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And in the next, we insert the hook, pull up a loop, insert it, pull up a loop, pull through all 3 loops on our hook. So you just keep going around like that. Insert, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So you can see how it's kind of shrinking at the top. So that's actually what we're trying to achieve. So now we have gone around it and we're at the other side. So you can see how it's kind of curving inwards. That is exactly what we want. So you insert your hook, you pull up a loop, then you insert it into whichever stitch that is, and you just pull it up. And now we're through with our row of decreases. So you chain 2, and we're going to make 2 double crochets in that same hole. So this is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet. This is actually the row that we start our ruffles. So in the next hole, we're going to make 3 double crochets in it. So this is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet, and now the third double crochet. Then in the next hole, we're going to make 3 double crochets. We're going to continue making 3 double crochets in each hole till we finish this row. We're going to make the same 3 double crochets in each hole for 3 rows to complete our ruffles. So in the next hole, let's make our 3 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet, and now the second double crochet, and now the third double crochet in that same hole. And in the next row we're going to make our 3 double crochets. So this is the first, now the second double crochet, and now the third double crochet. And in the next row we're going to make 3 double crochets. So you're going to notice that it's ruffling, if I can call it that. It's just starting to have that ruffle effect. So you just continue doing this. So in the next row we're going to make our first double crochet, and now the second double crochet, and now the third double crochet. So I hope you're able to notice the difference. Yeah, so you're going to continue doing this round. Now we're at the other side. We've made 3 double crochets in each hole. And now we're at the end. So let's make our double crochets. That was the first, now the second, and now the third double crochet. And you're going to use a slip stitch to connect it. Then in the next row, I told you I'm going to do 3 rows with these 3 double crochets in each hole. So this is our second row with 3 double crochets. So you chain 2, and in that hole you're going to make 2, because the chain 2 is going to count as 1 double crochet. So this is our second, and now the third double crochet. And in the next hole we're going to make 3 double crochets. So you notice it's kind of multiplying, because we made 3 in one hole at the bottom, and in the next row we're making 3 in one hole. So we're just going to continue like that. So in this next hole we're going to make 3 in each hole. So this is 1 double crochet, and now the second double crochet, and now the third double crochet. And in the next hole we're making 1 double crochet, then 2, second double crochet, and now we're making our third double crochet. And we're going to make 3 double crochets in this next hole. So this is 1, 2, 3. That's our third double crochet. Then in the next hole we're going to make 3 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet, now the second double crochet, and now the third double crochet. So I don't know, this was my best part of making this hat. I really like making the ruffles, it's so fun. So we're going to continue doing this. I'm going to meet you at the other side. Remember, 3 double crochets in each hole. So yes, so I just finished it, then I chained it too. So this is now the final row. So that's the first double crochet, now the second double crochet. Then in the next row I'm making our 3 double crochets. So this is the first, now the second double crochet, and now the third double crochet in that same hole. You're going to keep going around like that. That is just making 3 double crochets in each hole. If you feel the ruffles are still not enough, you can continue for more rows, but as after I finished doing my 3 rows of ruffles, it was just right, and I totally love how it came out. So now we're at the other side, so I'll show you how we finish it off. So this is after I finished. I'm just making my final double crochet. And now we're going to connect it using a slip stitch like this. Then I chained two. Then I pulled a long string of the yarn and took my pair of scissors to cut it like this. So that is it. And I just pulled it to tighten it. Now we're going to sew in the loose ends using a darning needle. So for me, I just pulled that center there and I made a knot as I just tied it. So you insert your darning needle. Okay, so I inserted the yarn into the darning needle off camera. So yeah, this is the inside of the hat. I just made a knot with my darning needle like this. So that's that magic circle that we made initially. That will happen to it. So I just fold it. Okay, the knot wasn't tight enough the first time. So I made a knot again. So that is it. I just tied it there. Then I did it a second time. So now the knot is fine. And I took my pair of scissors. Then I cut it. Okay. Now I'm through cutting it. So I just sewed up my other loose ends. And see this part. I inserted my yarn into the darning needle. Yeah. And I took it into the stitches just so that it would be secure. So there isn't a particular way to do this, just keep going into the stitches, going back and forth so that that loose end won't unravel. And then I took my pair of scissors to cut it off, and I felt that it was secure enough. So if you have any other loose ends, just make sure you sew it in. Well, I had sewn every other thing in. So this is the final result. Gosh, I just love this hat so much, and it didn't take as much time as I expected it to, probably because of the yarn, and I used a bigger hook, and I just love this so much. And I love the color that I used because it's to go with so many different outfits. Even after I made it, I wore it out and I saw myself through a mirror and I was like, this is such a statement hat because it just looks so dramatic from afar. But I love it so much and I hope you guys love making it too. Till next time, I love you guys so much. Bye. Mwah.